Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Maybe your knees don't feel as strong as they once did, or you just don't have the get-up and go you had in your younger years. It's something many of us face as we get older, and while aging is a natural part of life, there are certain habits that can make it harder to enjoy the active, healthy life you deserve. One of the most important factors in how we feel as we age is our diet. What we eat can impact everything from our energy levels to our heart health, our joints, and even our mental clarity. And while some dietary habits are easy to overlook or dismiss as part of getting older, they can actually be the culprit behind many of the changes we don't want to see in our health. In today's video, we're going to talk about 4 of the most common mistakes seniors often make with their diet and how you can avoid them. By recognizing and correcting these habits, you can improve your health and feel more vibrant, no matter your age. Let's begin by looking at the first mistake that a lot of people in their later years make when it comes to diet: not getting enough protein. As we age, our bodies undergo many changes. One of the most significant changes is the loss of muscle mass, which starts to become noticeable after the age of 30. But as we enter our 60s and beyond, muscle loss tends to accelerate. This is known as sarcopenia, and it can make everyday activities like carrying groceries or climbing stairs feel more difficult. But here's the good news: protein is one of the best defenses against this age-related muscle loss. However, many seniors don't realize just how much protein they need to maintain muscle strength. As we get older, our protein requirements actually increase. Research suggests that seniors should aim for about 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, about 68 kilograms, you would need between 68 and 82 grams of protein each day. That's more than what many people think. If you aren't getting enough protein, you might notice a decline in strength, endurance, and even bone density, all of which can make you more prone to falls and fractures. So, what can you do to make sure you're getting enough? Start by adding more high-protein foods to your meals. Some great sources include lean meats like chicken, turkey, or fish. Eggs are also an excellent source, as well as dairy products like Greek yogurt or cheese. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can turn to plant-based sources like beans, lentils, tofu, and quinoa. By incorporating these foods into your meals regularly, you'll be giving your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong and healthy. Now, let's move on to the second mistake: skipping meals. I know it might sound simple, but it's something that can sneak up on you, especially when you're busy or just don't feel hungry. It's common for many seniors to skip meals or go for long stretches without eating, thinking they're doing their body a favor by cutting down on food intake. Unfortunately, skipping meals can actually slow down your metabolism, disrupt your blood sugar levels, and leave you feeling sluggish and tired. When you skip meals, your body enters into survival mode, meaning it starts to conserve energy and slow down certain processes, including muscle repair and metabolism. In the long run, this can affect your overall energy levels, weight, and health. It's especially harmful if you're already dealing with chronic conditions like diabetes, where stable blood sugar levels are crucial. To avoid this mistake, it's important to try to eat smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. This doesn't mean you need to sit down for a huge meal each time. In fact, a simple snack can help keep your blood sugar stable and provide a steady source of energy. Think about including small portions of protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich carbs. A handful of nuts, a piece of fruit with some cheese, or even some whole grain crackers with hummus can make all the difference. And if you're someone who's lost interest in food, try to make mealtime as enjoyable as possible by including foods that you love. So, try not to skip meals or go too long without eating. It's not just about your appetite, it's about keeping your body energized and functioning at its best. We've covered 2 important habits so far: getting enough protein and not skipping meals. Now, let's talk about the third mistake many seniors make when it comes to their diet: consuming too many processed foods. It's easy to fall into the trap of convenience when life gets busy, and processed foods can be tempting. However, these foods, which include things like frozen meals, sugary snacks, and prepackaged lunch meats, are often loaded with salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Over time, this can take a toll on your heart health, blood pressure, and even your cognitive function. Too much salt, for example, can increase your risk of high blood pressure and kidney disease, both of which are common issues for seniors. And while sugar is known for contributing to weight gain and blood sugar imbalances, it can also increase inflammation in the body, which can worsen arthritis and other chronic conditions. The key here is moderation. Processed foods are okay in small amounts, but they shouldn't make up the bulk of your diet. Instead, focus on whole, unprocessed foods that are rich in nutrients. Fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats should be the foundation of your meals. And if you do buy packaged foods, be sure to read the labels carefully to make sure they aren't loaded with unnecessary additives. Now that we've covered protein intake, meal timing, and the dangers of processed foods, you might be feeling ready to make some changes to your diet. But before we wrap up this part, let's transition to our final point for today, dehydration. Stay tuned, because we're going to dive into the importance of hydration and how not drinking enough water could be making you feel more sluggish than you realize. We've covered some important diet habits that can significantly impact your health as you age, but there's one more crucial factor that many seniors overlook: hydration. This brings us to our fourth mistake, not drinking enough water. As we get older, our sense of thirst tends to decrease, and our bodies don't always signal when we need water. You might not feel thirsty, but dehydration can still creep up on you. It's not just about feeling thirsty, it's about how dehydration can affect almost every part of your body. It can make you feel tired, weak, and even confuse your body's natural processes, leading to issues like constipation, kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and difficulty concentrating. A lot of people mistakenly think they don't need as much water as they did when they were younger. But in fact, seniors need just as much water, if not more, to keep their bodies running smoothly. One of the most common signs of dehydration in older adults is confusion or memory lapses, so it's important to stay on top of your water intake to maintain cognitive function. So, how much water should you be drinking? The general recommendation is about 8 cups, 64 ounces, per day. But the actual amount may vary depending on your activity level, the weather, or any health conditions you may have. It's important to listen to your body, but remember that thirst isn't always a reliable indicator as we get older. Aim to drink small amounts throughout the day rather than waiting for thirst to kick in. If you find it hard to drink plain water, consider adding a little flavor by infusing your water with fruits like lemon, cucumber, or berries. Herbal teas, milk, and even water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and soups can help keep you hydrated. Hydration is especially important if you're dealing with medications that can cause fluid loss, or if you have chronic conditions like diabetes that can increase your risk of dehydration. The bottom line is that staying hydrated is key to maintaining your overall health and energy levels. Now that we've covered the 4 common mistakes seniors make with their diet, getting enough protein, not skipping meals, avoiding processed foods, and staying hydrated, it's important to remember that small, positive changes can make a big difference in your health and well-being. You don't have to make drastic changes overnight, but making gradual adjustments to your daily routine will pay off in the long run. Whether it's adding more protein to your meals, setting regular meal times, choosing whole foods over processed options, or staying on top of your hydration, every small step you take will help you feel better and live a longer, healthier life. As we wrap up this video, I want to encourage you to take action today. Start by thinking about one thing you can improve in your diet. Maybe it's adding a little more water to your day or swapping out a processed snack for a piece of fruit. Every small change counts and will make a difference in how you feel. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What's one change you're planning to make to improve your diet? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on living a healthy, vibrant life at any age. Here's to making the most of every day and living your best life, no matter your age. As you start making those small changes to your diet, remember that it's never too late to prioritize your health. In fact, taking control of your nutrition now can lead to improved energy, better mobility, and a more vibrant quality of life as you move forward. You deserve to feel your best every single day, no matter your age. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how far we've come. We've already talked about the first 3 mistakes seniors commonly make with their diet: neglecting protein, skipping meals, and relying on processed foods, and how addressing them can significantly improve your overall health. And, Of course, we wrap things up with the importance of staying hydrated, which is something so simple but so vital. But remember, avoiding these common diet mistakes is just the start. Maintaining a balanced and nutritious diet as you age doesn't only help prevent chronic conditions or weight gain, it also helps protect your bones, your heart, and even your brain. That's why it's essential to continue educating yourself on how food can fuel your body in the most positive way possible. Now that you've got the tools to avoid these 4 mistakes, it's important to build on that foundation and incorporate other habits that will support your long-term health. For example, adding foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like fish or flax seeds, can be fantastic for maintaining heart health and cognitive function. Fiber is another critical element, which helps with digestion and can lower your risk of heart disease. So don't forget to include plenty of whole grains, fruits, and vegetables in your daily meals. Another great strategy is to try incorporating more plant-based meals into your routine. You don't need to cut out meat completely, but adding more plant-based proteins, like beans, lentils, tofu, or quinoa, can help support your overall health while giving you a boost of antioxidants and fiber. But perhaps one of the most overlooked parts of diet and nutrition in our later years is simply learning to enjoy food again. Many seniors experience a decreased sense of taste or appetite, which can make eating feel like a chore rather than something enjoyable. But food is not just fuel for the body, it can be a source of pleasure, connection, and even creativity. Try exploring new recipes or cooking with loved ones, making meals an experience rather than just a task. Whether it's experimenting with new flavors or trying a new cooking technique, you may find that rediscovering your love for food brings joy to your life in more ways than one. It's also important to remember that you don't have to go through this journey alone. Whether it's getting support from a family member or seeking advice from a nutritionist or healthcare professional, having guidance and encouragement can make all the difference. If you're ever unsure about what changes might be right for you, reaching out to someone who can provide personalized advice can help you feel more confident and empowered in your choices. With all these things in mind, I want to remind you that your health is worth the effort. Making changes to your diet isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. Small steps, over time, will have a profound impact on your health. And while it might take a little time to see the results, don't get discouraged. Trust the process and know that each positive choice you make will lead you closer to a healthier, more energized you. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? It's simple. By making just a few changes to the way you approach food, you can significantly improve your health and enjoy a higher quality of life. Start by avoiding the 4 common diet mistakes we've discussed, and continue building healthy habits that will support your body for years to come. Don't forget, you're in control of your health, and every choice you make is an opportunity to give your body the love and care it deserves. I'm excited for you to start this journey of better nutrition and a happier, healthier lifestyle. Before we end today's video, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you made any diet changes that helped you feel better? What's one thing you're going to try starting today? If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it and subscribing for more content on living your healthiest life at any age. And as always, here's to living your best life, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.